Oh, wow.
Oh, blimey. A good night's sleep. Again, I'm aiming for 100. Stu Vloggers told me that 100 on this thing is possible. I'm gonna do it. I'm looking at how the thing's measured. It's not likely. But, alright. How y'all doing? This could be the whole day. It might be. But I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. All right, it's a Tuesday, which means that the wife is going to be doing stuff with her mates today. Possibly, maybe, whatever. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Depending on what it is will dictate if I can leave the house or not, because of Charlie Spaniel. On the assumption that the wife is going to go out, and one shouldn't make assumptions, I'm going to spend the day in, and I'm just going to life about, probably do a load of paperwork, catch up clerical stuff, emails, messages, that kind of thing. But that brings me to this. I'm going to play a load of Armored Core 6 too, so I want to finish that. I do love me some Armored Core. But it brings me to this. Again, thank you to all of the random folks who have come into my videos of late and just left a random comment. These things can be really raw. I tend to say how I feel. Admittedly, there are times where I'm a bit vague, but I have had some utterly amazing comments from folk, people I don't know, people who I would probably have never had the opportunity to communicate with if not for this kind of thing. Just come in and, I mean, I could screenshot some bits and just put them on, but some of them are I'd need to be making TikToks because these things are long. People coming in and just watching the video, processing it, and just spilling out their heart, mind, and soul in a comment to try and get something through to me, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. The trouble is, I'm not very smart, and there are times when I read these things and I'm absolutely kind of, my mind will just kind of skip when I think of the energy and the effort that someone has put into a comment. I'm astounded at the care that some people have been willing to put into a comment for a complete stranger. I don't have the ability to articulate something that I would find sufficient as a reply to such a message. So you would often just get like a thumbs up and a heart, like a like thing from me, because I don't know what to say, but I am reading them and I am taking them on board. And again, I am genuinely thankful. On a recent video, I got a hell of a wall of text from someone called Joy. And Joy will probably never see this, but I will say thank you. Thank you very, very, very much for the comment. It was the I'm not happy video. And there's a load of stuff I could add to that video that could have kind of brought things into context. And Pitbull commented on this video too. And thank you, Pitbull, because you've gone and said something that Joy said too. Joy suggested something that I'd never even heard of before. I think it was echoism. But it's effectively people-pleasing, and that you retain, I'm going to say this all completely wrong, but in the effect that, like, if someone calls you a cunt, that sticks. And for me, it's very much stuck. A lot of my kind of mood and my temperament is from negative reinforcement, and it's from a lifetime of people basically telling me I'm a piece of shit and everything's my fault. But Joy and Pitbull have both also suggested that I look into bipolar disorder, which is interesting because my wife has BPD. She's also, what do they call it, ADHD now? So she's recently been diagnosed with autism and ADHD. And every time that I have had to go to a specialist clinical psychologist, whatever, to go to appointments with people. So whether it be my wife, I've occasionally gone to appointments with my uncles, my mum, my sons. There have often been comments about me and the way that I hold myself and how I talk, and the way that I the way that I am in conversation, and all that kind of thing. It has always been assumed that I'm autistic, or that I have ADHD, or that I have potentially bipolar disorder or something. It's not the first bipolar. I think it's one of the first times that bipolar has come up. But I suggested it to the wife. I said it to the wife based on the comments, and she said, "Yeah, I could see it." She said, "You're also like autistic as fuck." But where most people assume that I've already had an official diagnosis, nothing else ever comes of it. They assume that I already know. We thought you already knew, so we never brought it up again, or it was never really brought up in a serious manner. So because of the comments, I will look into it. I will entertain the subject. I'm not really into the whole idea of going and seeing medical professionals about things that I would largely say are wrapped in environmental issues. I've often said that a lot of my problems are environmental, not chemical. I won't go into any more real detail about that as it stands, but a lot of my things are tempered by environment. It's not that I wake up in the morning and go, I'm a worthless piece of shit and I should just go throw myself in front of a bus. I'll wake up in the morning and think that I'm going to have to go and deal with someone or talk about something, or that might be my wife's mate. It was my wife's mate. We've just been there laughing and joking about a lot of really stupid stuff that we've got going on in our lives. Very dark humour, I will say. Where's my coffee? I did actually look up echoism just quickly. What I said was largely wrong, but according to the AI overview, it's basically saying it's the opposite of narcissism. An individual fears seeming selfish or narcissistic, leading to them suppressing their own needs, desires, and voice to gain love and approval. I don't want love and approval, but I want the drama to stop, which is kind of what I was getting at about the whole why I sometimes if I get up, it's not a chemical thing that makes me feel miserable. It's the idea that I'm going to have to go and deal with something else that I'd kind of rather not. I'm always taking on board other people's stuff because I don't want other people to feel how I feel, but I'm having enough trouble processing my own stuff. And I hate saying that it's overwhelming, but I have enough trouble processing my own stuff along with like everyone else's stuff. But I don't like telling people to go fuck themselves because that's not a nice thing to do. You know, if someone needs help, I don't want them to feel like how I do, so I will do what I can to try and make it easier for them, while simultaneously overloading myself and then going, I can't deal with this. Or the attack comes from me at myself, as well as many external factors, because again, I am tempered by environment more so than anything else. It's because I can be quite vague, because I don't want to drag other people's stuff into the spotlight, even if it does directly affect me. And I've said this before, sometimes the stories aren't mine to tell. Even if it directly affects me, I can't say anything about it, or I shouldn't say anything about it. That can lead, the being that vague can often kind of lead people to interpret and see things that aren't there. And I've had this with a few of my friends. I will actually say it was kind of interesting. Interesting is not the right word for it. But I actually got phone calls from the I'm Not Happy video. A couple of my mates like saying, hey dude, are you all right? Like, what the fuck? But they instantly assumed the other processes that I'm saying I'm not talking about. Oh, was it this happened again? Is this going on? Blah, blah, blah. Are you okay? Do you need any help like dealing with X, Y, Z? And it's like, nah, man, it's okay. I've got it. And I've had cases in the past where a few of my friends have said, dude, we would have dropped you like a hot rock on a riot if we didn't know where your attitude was coming from. If you hadn't have at some point just kind of cracked, opened up and gone, this is what's going on, we'd have basically told you to go fuck yourself, because sometimes I can be an obnoxious twat. Sometimes I am just an obnoxious twat, I will flat out admit that. Other times it is kind of the pot is starting to boil over and I don't mean to, but you know, I'm stretching this out really long just to say thank you for the comments. I will look into that stuff. I do find it is quite interesting. I don't really think a diagnosis of anything is going to help me at this point. Although Joy was right in saying that sometimes knowing the name of your enemy makes things a bit easier. That can be true in a lot of cases. I don't necessarily know for myself, but it wouldn't hurt to look, would it? I suppose. It's not going to change the scenario because, again, largely this is environmental stuff, not chemical. But you know, and I'm going to tell you now, I've been having these moments, and I've been having rants over the years. If you keep waking up and you're miserable, you have to change it. Nothing's going to change unless you put it into motion, kind of thing. It's not up to anyone else to do it for you. You have to do it. Because your happiness is no one else's responsibility but your own. But I've been having these discussions with people since about 2014. And when I actually scratch the tin foil away and you get to see all of the gooey shite underneath, a lot of people are kind of horrified by it. Let's just say some people I know can be real assholes. But again, that's gone more in depth than necessary. Thank you. Honestly, genuinely, thank you. I've had more positive than negative come out of this. And in all the years of doing the daily vlogs, I've met some amazing people, again, that I probably would have never have met otherwise, because whether it be for distance or whatever, doing this kind of thing has opened the world for me. I'm talking to people all over the world about all different things, and frankly, I think it's fantastic. Whether it be the good or the bad, it's been really nice. It's been really good. Nice might be a bit of a stretch, because when someone's talking about the really, really nasty stuff, really bad stuff, that's not nice, if you get what I mean. But it's the fact that the door is open, that potential is there, is amazing to me. I might have to, if I ever have days off, shall we say, this kind of thing might have to be more of a focus, just maybe once a month or a couple times a month, just as a thank you, just to say that I do appreciate what is going on, what people are saying to me, the input that people are giving me, even the stuff that is completely pointless, and even some of the stuff that's, not that I've had nasty stuff, not in a fair while, but even if someone comes up to me and calls me a dickhead, that's fine. Just thank you for giving me the time, sharing that time to ingest the video, to take my view, process it, and give me some feedback, your output. But it's chucking down the rain, and given the wife and her friends are going to be going to do some bits, I don't know what Charlie Spaniel's going to do, so I probably am going to spend the day at home. This isn't worded quite how I wanted it to. It's a lot longer winded than I would have liked. I'm very good at that. This cough sucks fucking dick. Not in a fun way, man. Try to get rid of this so I can get back to some normality. I got some massive headache, and the chest pains suck. I hope you're all well. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go play some Armored Core 6, and I'll see y'all with a bit of luck in the next one. And just to kind of say what Joy said to me that I said to Joy, when I said what I said, they didn't feel as alone. You're not alone, ever. I promise you, there's someone else out there feeling how you feel, possibly the same reason why you feel how you feel. And it's probably quite normal to feel how you feel. Just keep going. Please. Thank you for your time. I'll see you with a bit of luck in the next one.